We're going to break down the basic bossa nova guitar comping pattern or rhythmic pattern step by step and apply it to a chord progression. So this is the very, very basic. This is just the fundamental one measure rhythm that you'll find again and again in bossa nova guitar playing. When you listen to actual bossa nova guitar players, they're going to use this plus a ton of different variations, often a two-measure pattern. I'm highlighting this one because it is really the most common starting rhythm for a bossa nova pattern. It also really helps set up the feeling of the syncopation once you get to the third beat, or the halfway through the second beat if you're counting it in two. We're going to break it down piece by piece, and I'm going to show you a nice way to practice it so you can get it up to speed. So we're going to start with just the bass line. Actually, we're going to base this whole thing on a D minor chord, D minor 9 chord. We'll use the shell voicings with the added B's from previous lesson. This will be our chord. Right? But we're just going to start with our second finger playing a bass line in time. Bossa nova is often written down in 2/4 with the bass line playing quarter notes in the 2/4. We're going to start in 4/4 with our bass line landing on beats 1 and 3. Not necessarily half notes, but close to it. We're going to let the notes sustain a little bit as we play through. We're not going to cut them off right at the end of the quarter note pulse. We'll let them ring out. So something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And I'm just moving between D and A here on the 5th fret. Not too bad. Nice way to start. All right. For our next step, we're going to slow it down just a little bit, and we're going to add some chords. So we're going to be playing with, I'm using these three fingers, index, middle, and ring finger, to play the upper part of the chord there. We're going to start with two different rhythms. So our thumb is going to continue on 1 and 3. And the rest of our hand is going to pick the chord on beats 1 and 2. So it's going to be slightly different rhythm happening between the two parts of our hand. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Not bad. You can try that a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. All right. Now for our last step in this, we're going to add one more note, one more chord note on the and of 3. So that's the 8th note right after 3. For this, we'll want to be feeling an 8th note subdivision. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, so that we can target the and of 3 and hit it accurately. So it might help just to feel the and of 3 a little bit before we start, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, maybe a little slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, something like that, just to kind of get used to where the and of 3 sits. We'll go slow. We'll try to add this to our previous pattern. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to add the chords on 1 and 2. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Now here's the and of 3. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. There it is. I'll try moving that through a few chords around the same tempo. So I'll just go between this chord and maybe a G13 chord. Little 2-5-1 there to round it out. Very nice. Let's hear that at a slightly faster tempo. We'll move it through a few more chords. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Some variations there at the end to get you thinking. All right, have fun with that and try it out on your favorite bossa nova standards, Blue Bossa, Black Orpheus, and check out the examples on the website of how you might apply this pattern to shell voicings and shell voicings with the added B string.